Okay, might as well start this thing off. So, welcome back. As I said, unfortunately it's a week later than intended, but this is going to be my review of the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo. Final Fantasy VII originally came out back in 1997 to a company called Squaresoft. And since then, they've actually been bought out or merged with another company. They're now called Square Enix. So this remake was first teased back in like 2003, and just so exciting that it's finally coming to fruition, like less than a month now, and the actual game is going to be released. You can still do your pre-orders on the PlayStation Store, or you can actually go to Square Enix's website and pre-order directly there. That's the only way you can actually pre-order the First Class Edition. It does cost a pretty penny, though. Being Canadian, you have to convert US currency, so yeah, it costs quite a bit, and we're not going to go there, because, yeah, wow. Anyways, we're going to start this off. I've already run through it because I wasn't going to wait, but definitely okay to run through it again because I absolutely love this game. So you have the difficulty settings. Classic is what I'm going to go with. It is as close as they get to the original gameplay. It is still very much active for the combat, but with the classic setting, you do get a little bit of play for actually focusing on using your commands in battle, as it says here in the text. I find that's going to be like the closest representation back to the original game. I do like, and anyone else who's played the original game, if you've noticed, the background track here is very close to, if not exact, to the original soundtrack of the game. So, you know, you have that nostalgic sound coming back at you. But let's get started here on this demo. And thank you very much. You haven't even seen me, but I'll take the compliment. Even this video here, it is so close, like obviously updated graphics, but it is so close to the original opening video of the game in 1997. So they went to great lengths to keep the detail up with this game, and definitely have to appreciate that. Any company that's going to go to that level of detail, you have to respect the hell out of them, because they know their fans. That's gotta hurt. Yeah, so, there are 3 plucky, air quotes here, terrorists, and their, mean-spirited leader there, Barrett. This is the character you are playing. His name is Cloud Strife. He is an ex-soldier. It's, in this universe, it is basically their military organization, Special Forces.
Halt! Who goes there?
We're gonna get into a bit of combat here. Obviously, they leave you behind because you're the expendable guy. So, it's pretty straightforward. You have your button here, square, to attack, and if you hold it down, you can hit multiple enemies. So I'll just show you a bit how the combat works. Oh, and because it's classic mode, I can hit, I think it's the X button. Yeah, execute commands like casting spells or different abilities once the little gauge is full.
You're coming with us. Nice and easy.
I don't think so.
Bam! Couple of no-name guys, no trouble for our hero here.
Who in the hell?
There's definitely a
Hands where I
lot
can see 'em.
more combat in this remake right off the bat than there is in the original game. The original game, it was an algorithm-based, how many steps you took based on the area you were in. You would have random battles. This one, it's preset. There's so many enemies on the map and their location is set. That'll probably change, like, once we get outside the demo, there's probably going to be random battles that you can encounter. But for the demo, it is all, air quotes here, hallway the game. It's very streamlined. You pretty much have one way to go, and you know, you just carry on. It's just a demo. Actual gameplay may change when it comes out on April 10th, so we will have a look.
Freeze! Move and we shoot!
Go ahead. Nothing to it.
And, like most games, I tend to look around a lot. The option button on your controller, or the big square in the middle of your controller if you're using the PS4. Those are to access your main menu and the maps and check your various objectives. This is telling you about auto action stuff like gates and stuff. You just move your character and they'll automatically jump or crouch or stuff like that. It leaves the controller free for you to have access to other things that will probably come up in the game. Like you might have special abilities that get linked to those buttons, so they want to leave some of those free. Like most RPGs, look the hell around because you never know what you might find. Another thing that I have noticed about this game is
Drop the weapon!
You got this.
there's a lot of like
what he
just
said.
random stuff that you can, I don't want to say interact, but affect in the world, like just like wet floor signs and stuff. So guarding and evading, anyone who has ever watched me play an action game before, that's not really my cup of tea. I tend to go full tilt and like I might dodge roll, but I'm mostly going to be in their face, just attacking the hell out of them. And you are pretty much not wrong. I'm going to probably lock myself away as soon as this game comes out, and like I won't even be streaming. I'll just be like locked in my apartment and playing this.
You're coming with us!
Can't get surrounded.
So, not sure if you guys have noticed on the left-hand side there, when you're in combat, there's a list of buttons there. Your X, which is your command menu. But there's also square telling you it's your main attacks, and then there's also the triangle button. In this game, your character, or characters, because you actually do end up being able to control more than just Cloud here, they have different fighting styles. I believe he's in operator mode or something like that to start with. I don't remember what it's exactly called, but if I hit the triangle key, it will also swap him over to Punisher mode, which is more attack damage focused as opposed to more streamlined, you know, dodging and like technical control. But yeah, as I was saying, like with this, come up to a chest, I have to hold the triangle button and I'll open the chest. Bam, 2 potions. Yeah, like some stuff you can interact with, like those little signs, those little barricades. Just walked into them, knocked them over. Other stuff, like that garbage can, can't do nothing. So it's definitely interesting the lengths they went to in this, and I'm definitely enjoying it. Yeah, you can even destroy objects. Specifically ones with the Shinra logo. So, little backstory here. Shinra is basically a big mega corporation that, with this particular city anyway, they own the whole city. Like, it'd be like if Disney owned a city. So, they basically do whatever they want. Including, which you will find out as we carry on through here, is using reactors to drain the very life out of the planet, which is what we are doing now. We are actually going to a reactor to set a bomb. First, let me break some stuff. Here's some talking, so
what's Soldier Boy's deal? Is he one of us now? He's got balls, this, what was his name again?
Cloud Strife.
Right.
And he isn't a soldier anymore. Still, he's a professional, unlike the rest of us. I'm glad to have him.
This is a one-time gig. When it's done, we're done.
Real joy to work with, though.
Real joy to look at, too.
The sarcasm and, you know, just kind of
people notice first.
commentary on the side there is just hilarious. Anyone who's played the original game, you know that he is a playable character as well, Barrett. He actually has a really interesting story.
Come on, nobody do something this crazy just for money. They may not think you're a true believer, but you know what I think?
Not interested.
What?
Once we get into the next combat here, I'll actually swap out and go into Punisher mode just to show you the differences in the combat styles. And also, as we carry on, I'll show you some of the different abilities and stuff. I know I'll need to utilize all of these once we get to the boss fight at the end of this demo.
Every last gill.
But, you know, I'll give you a little taste before we get there so that it's not all rushed while I freak out while I'm fighting a giant robotic scorpion. Which, yeah, spoiler, but the original game came out in 1997, so, you know, 23 years, you can forgive me a spoiler. Okay, you can lock onto stuff using R3, and while locked on, you can swap out targets left and right on the D-pad. I, however, swing wildly. Okay, so as you see, that is standard attack mode. So I'm gonna dodge back.
Let's do this.
Punisher mode.
Shit.
Nope. Apparently dodging takes you out of Punisher mode.
Enough.
Where'd that dog go? So, as you saw there, completely different stance. Like, it adjusted the way he was holding his sword, the way he moved. Gotta remember, don't hit the dodge button, though, so we'll throw you back to operator mode. Oh, shit, another dog. It's a good chance for me to back up. And commands. So I have abilities, spells, and items. I'll show you abilities first. Braver, which in the original game was actually a limit break. Yes, for anyone who has the question, limit breaks are still a thing in this game. However, they did change how they work and, pardon me, what they are. Like for this demo, your limit break is actually cross slash, which is actually the second limit break you unlock in the original game. Braver being the first, which I'm going to show you right now. Again, since I went to classic mode, it gives me time to actually scroll through the abilities, see what they do. So, that security officer's about to hit with nothing because I was too far away, and I'm kind of okay. But you saw what the ability did, and now we'll go to spells. Again, difference from the original game in the demo. I have the fire spell. In the original game, you actually collect up these items. They're called materia. They're basically condensed energy from the planet that give you different abilities and spells. Starting the game, Cloud has two. He has Bolt, which is lightning-based, and he has Ice, which, fun fact, ice-based. Who would have guessed? Yeah, starting this game, you start with Fire Spell. So we'll hit the guard dog with that, and he did not like that. That hurt.
Nothing to it.
Carry on here into the next area. Of course, they're leaving me to fight everything. Smash some more stuff here. They leave a lot of recovery items around in this game, which is good because that was a big issue I found with the original game. Specifically with your magic points, your MP. Ethers became a rare commodity in the original game, and those were the items that were used to recover your magic points. So it's nice that they have the ability for you to recover your magic a little more easily. Again, this is just the demo, might change in the actual game. But
this way.
So far, I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing.
Not so fast. We've got company.
Except I kind of want to smack these guys. Like, you all have guns. Help a brother out.
Job's a job.
Like, I'm a guy with a sword. Don't get me wrong, I'm doing pretty good with that sword, but still. And I know I'm close enough this time. I showed you Braver. This time I'm going to show you Focus Thrust.
Try this.
Oh, that looks like it hurts.
Let's go.
Okay. Again, that's that auto thing. Walked up to the hole, was able to walk right through, didn't have to push any buttons or anything like that. Smashy, smashy. And I look around everywhere, let's be honest here. You can, anyone who's watched my other streams, it's a thing.
It's over. Was never in doubt.
That second guy went down real easy. But, yeah, so... I like to look around just in case there's treasure and stuff that I may miss. It's an old habit from playing a lot of RPGs.
You know what to do. Now go. See you later.
Come on, Cloud.
Pick up the pace.
And this is the reactor we are going to explode with, you know, full prejudice.
Soldiers may attack on command, but I hear they make good guard dogs too. Bet you've seen a few reactors. So how do we get to the bridge above Mako storage? Ain't holding out on me, are you? Stamp scared to bite the hand that fed him? Or is he a loyal little doggy? Have it your way, Mutt. We can do this with you, or we can do this without you.
Different reactor, different layout. Depends when it was built. Never seen one like this, but I'll manage.
So yeah, as I was saying about the materia there, the little green thing in his sword there, that's probably supposed to be materia. Oh, the direction for this came up a while ago, and I forgot to show you guys. Big button. This is your map. And it shows you, you know, where you are. A whole bunch of different stuff you can scroll through. Then there's also your quest. So, enter the reactor, infiltrate the reactor, follow Barrett, breach security. That's where we're at right now. And then also the main menu. You can adjust your battle settings, look at your spells, your inventory, adjust your party, look at the game manual, basics, in the field, battles, your different controls, system settings. Because it's a demo, it gives you the little menu option there to actually go purchase the game. And so I think I'm going to talk to...
Don't you worry. Biggs will have the door open soon.
No, I got to talk
In
to
3, 2... Damn, I'm good.
Who's there?
See, in the original game, you talked to the one who wasn't at the computer and it would trigger it.
Oh, wait! It's over!
That's my line.
Cocky little fucker, ain't he? Switching modes. This is explaining what I've already kind of covered. Has a unique ability which you can activate with the triangle button. Cloud, he has the mode shift ability. You can switch between his balanced operator mode and his attack-oriented punisher mode. Having played this and trying it out, I actually prefer the operator mode. I find the combat is actually a little smoother. Punisher mode does do a little more damage though, so I find maybe, pardon me, in the actual game, not the demo, like that might come in handy more often against tougher enemies, but for the time being, I find operator mode is more than enough to do the job.
He's alone! We can take it! Make it rain!
As I just wrecked a bunch of them.
Let's move.
He always knows just what to say.
Cut it out!
Looking around, will they fuck with the door?
It's a good thing I know someone who can get us the passcodes. Pity no one else at command will talk to us, but what can you do? Then we're good.
Careful in there. Well, what are you waiting for?
Smashy! Yeah. In the original game, this amount of time of gameplay, I would have already been at the reactor and set the bomb. So
So, you know Tifa, right? It's not really my business, but are you guys
extend
close?
the time it takes to get there. And they add a bit more dialogue here, which is nice. You get a little more feel for the characters.
Tifa and I.
I think they're going to use that in kind of a Game of Thrones way, where they're going to get you attached to some characters right before they rip their hearts out. And if they stick to the original script from the game, then, whew, buddy, if they give you some attachment to these guys, you are going to not have a good time later on in this game. But this is just the demos. We're just really getting the first
to call
mission.
themselves Avalanche, sir.
We are currently investigating whether they belong to the same group that made the attempt on your life. Rest assured, our inquiries will not take much longer.
This pump's sole purpose is to drain the planet dry. While you sleep, while you eat, while you shit, it's here sucking up Mako. It doesn't rest, and it doesn't care. You do realize what Mako is, don't you? Mako is the lifeblood of our world. The planet bleeds green like you and me bleed red. The hell you think's gonna happen when it's all gone, huh? Answer me!
He is very passionate.
You gonna stand there and pretend you can't hear the planet crying out in pain? I know you can!
You really hear that?
He's he
Damn straight
definitely
I do.
make a good public speaker, you know, right before a riot or something of that
Say that
broke
again.
out. He's definitely got the aggressive
I worry
attitude
less about the
ready
planet
for that.
and more about the next 5 seconds. Save the screaming for later.
And as you can see here, there's some turrets up there.
Our lives are on the line now.
So, fun fact,
You listening, Merc?
turrets
One false
up on a
move,
high platform you can't access.
and that happened.
When you're using a
Well,
sword,
so much for having Cloud do all the fighting.
you can't
There are
really
some
do
places a
whole hell
sword
of
just
lot.
can't reach.
So this is where you now gain access to a second character.
Bear with him for me, would you?
Because with Barrett, he has a machine gun strapped to what used to be an arm.
Should have asked for more money.
So that makes getting rid of these turrets actually possible, as opposed to just soaking a ton of damage on the way through this area. Ally join Barrett Wallace. He specializes in ranged attacks, so hold down square releases a sustained burst of automatic fire when equipped with a ranged weapon. He can fire from a safe location and hit enemies that Cloud can't reach with his sword. To answer your question, yes, I'm loving this. This is not the first time I've already played through this, because holy crap, I love this entire game.
Gonna throw your sword at him? Let the man with the gun go to work. These tin cans ain't got nothing on me.
I actually have to lock on with this, because
Suck on this.
it's kind of hard to aim up that high with these controls. Yeah, it's explaining here, unlike Cloud, Cloud has the mode shift. He goes from operator mode to punisher mode. Pardon me. Barrett's ability here is called overcharge. Basically, think instead of machine gun fire, he decides to load up like 30 fucking slugs into his gun and fire them off all at once. Takes time to recharge, but has very fun results.
Now for the real show.
And you can recharge it by tapping the triangle button.
Get your
Do
ass
that
out of
just
here.
yet. And switching between characters. You can switch to different characters depending on the battle situation. You can also stick with the same character and issue orders to party allies. Up, down, or left, right on the D-pad switches your characters, or the left or right trigger to issue commands to allies. So, let's try and issue a command first. It's something I actually haven't done. Yeah, that's probably why, because it's, it requires their ATB active time gauge here to actually have something in it. So instead, I will swap characters, and I'm
Do your shot.
these guys with my big ass sword.
Move over. All done.
Like, don't get me wrong, I do enjoy the fact that you can swap out to the different characters. I just know me. I'm going to primarily be playing with Cloud as my active character.
A laser security system.
Just my my playstyle.
Hurt more than your pride if you're careless.
Different people will have different ideas on how they want to play it, and you know,
kind of thing before.
there's no wrong way to do it.
Figure out the timing of the lasers, then make a move when they cycle off.
Exactly. I'll go first. Nothing like a little danger to get the blood pumping.
Hey!
Yeah, I
Just keep
just
those
enjoy
baby blues of yours on me.
the sword wielding and dodging around. Move around. R1 or R2 is your dash. Or like a lot of games, you can push in the left stick, so L3 button, and you'll just keep running. So yeah, this is the one thing that I had, you know, not a big fan of. I don't like puzzles. Anyone who knows me can attest to that. I'm not great at puzzles. This is puzzly.
Not too shabby.
It's not like a big puzzle. It's not a difficult puzzle. I just don't like puzzles in general.
You're doing good, soldier. Okay, let's see what's up next. Come on then.
Yeah.
Pretty easy, right? Pay more attention.
Oh, shut up.
Just relax.
Hey. Puzzles require me to actually use an item. So yeah, even when you're not in battle, you can hit the X button to pull up your command list here. So while I'm not in battle, it's just spells and items, because you can get like healing spells and stuff like that. But like Barrett has the cure spell, which the original game he actually doesn't get that till after this section, but you know, who am I to judge?
They don't call those things sweepers for nothing. They can wipe
They
out
made
a
some
whole squad
creative
in
licensing
seconds.
choices, and it's their call, because it is their property.
Ha! We can take this hunk of junk!
That hunk of junk is a heavy weapons platform. If we rush in, we die.
Is that right?
We need to hit it with...
Yeah. Something like this, Punisher mode's a good idea. You're going to do a lot stronger damage, you're going to do heavier damage, and as it's explaining here on the side is how you stagger enemies. Staggering them definitely makes your life a lot easier. It helps you kill them off a lot quicker.
That should give us an opening.
They're defenseless, take more damage, and using unique abilities, i.e. like Braver or Focus Thrust with Cloud, will boost your ATB gauge. By boosting that, you basically can just chain off a whole bunch of abilities, because they're going to be basically, it's going to be a cascade effect. You're going to use one ability and it's going to give you enough to be able to use the next ability and the next and the next and so on. Until the thing's hopefully dead.
Now's our chance. Go!
Don't need to tell me
So
twice. I'm gonna
Braver,
enjoy this.
and then I'll go with Focus Thrust. And, okay, maybe not as big of a cascading effect as I thought, but, you know, I was able to polish off 2 moves there without having to do any bit of a combo in between.
First. Soldier first class. Doesn't go into the 20s.
What the hell you talking about? I mean your age, not your goddamn rank. Though for all I know, a soldier's rank could be the same as his age.
So always check around different corners and stuff like that, because you can always, you might find some good loot. might not find anything, but, you know, you never know. For its demo, again, I said this is basically a hallway of the game. It's a set path. Not a whole lot I can do to change that. That's where I'm going. And no, I cannot do
That's our
a
target,
barrel.
the reactor core. Gotta set the bomb at the bottom. Let's get down there.
Down the ladder I go. Push the dash button on ladders and you'll descend faster. Treasure chest. You gotta keep an eye out for these. The lighting on them is gonna be helpful for actually tracking these later on in the game. Just they're colored differently, so it's a little easier to find.
In your capable hands. Good luck.
Is there anything
Not
over here?
that way.
No.
Down the ladder, dummy.
She's basically calling me an idiot. Which, hey, let's be honest,
Aw,
is not
you're
wrong.
choosing me over the reactor? That's sweet, but I'll wait my turn. Go blow her mind.
That was fantastic. I didn't pick up that dialogue the first time I played, and that is wonderful. Such a sultry little guy.
They've got time for us.
When in doubt, big ass sword. Oh
It's
shit.
on you.
Need my help.
Turrets, I gotta switch out to the guy with the big gun. Everything else, their sword.
You think if we fell in, we sink right down to the bottom? To the planet's core?
And charge in.
I could have done that on my own.
Sure you could.
Next time, do the job on your own. Just reaching you higher to reach. That reason is, well, Tifa told you to. Tifa is a character that you will play later on in the full game, not in the demo.
Let's do this.
Unfortunately, she is a mixed martial artist and childhood friend of our main character, Cloud. If you have questions about the storyline of Final Fantasy VII, I am probably your best source because I've played probably more than 1,000 hours at least in the
All
original
right,
game.
let's see if Little Stamp really can bite the hand that feeds.
But that's mostly because I'm a huge nerd,
Go on,
and this was
do the honors. Prove to
My
me you're
first
the man
real
Tifa says you are. That you're one
RPG.
of us.
Really got me
Never
into
said I was.
gaming.
I'm just here for
And
the paycheck.
Final Fantasy VII, like when it originally came out back in
Then do the
1997,
damn job.
was revolutionary. It was the first game of its kind. It was the first Final Fantasy game. Don't get me wrong, it was still polygons, but it was the first three-dimensional Final Fantasy game. All the others before that had been 2D. So, the fact that you could adjust your camera, you could look around your environment, was
What's wrong?
unheard of at this point. This game pushed the frontier of the technology at the time.
What about the
And
timer?
Your call, Merc.
it was fantastic. So I can set the timer here, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. When I tried the first time, I wasn't sure just, you know, where was the new game kind of controls and everything, so I gave myself 30 minutes. Having played this already, fuck that, 20 minutes.
Pretty cocky, ain't you?
If you pick 30 minutes, he pretty much calls you a bitch. So, dialogue options.
You double-crossing!
And in comes the giant scorpion
Heads up,
robot I was
what
telling
the
you about.
hell?
First boss of the original
Hey,
game.
how the hell do we fight this thing?
It's got reinforced armor plating, but the internals can be overloaded. Lightning magic.
No other option, huh?
Motherfucker.
We barely
Oh, this is gonna hurt. This actually didn't happen my first time playing through this, so I guess I'm not doing that great this time. So I'm gonna swap out
got
Barrett.
anything you want to say?
Hit that fucker with an overcharge. Swap over to Punisher mode and absolutely wreck this fucker.
You're mine.
There we go.
The hell is that?
A barrier? Never seen this defense system before.
Thought you were the expert.
So what's your brilliant plan, genius?
That field generator.
Bounce right off.
I need to go.
I'm gonna have to do this all by myself? Hell yeah, baby!
Now's our chance. Give it everything you've got. Taking over.
Yeah. Heavy guy like this, you definitely want to be in Punisher mode, get those strong attacks in, try and stagger them so you're going to be doing that more damage. And when you can, throw in a ability like Braver here. And taking damage from staggering enemies fills your limit gauge. When the gauge is full, you can use your limit break, which are extremely powerful attacks. And you don't need to spend your active time charges to actually use these, which is nice. In the original game, they basically, as soon as you hit your limit break, it would instantly fill up your active time gauge so that you can act right away. So I like to see that they kind of kept, not necessarily the exact thing, but they kept the spirit of that in there, where no, you can just do this. You don't have to have, you know, any of your active time gauge filled. So, let's show you a limit break cross slash.
You're done. Go
And yeah, he's very sassy. And those are missiles. Okay. So...
Watch the tail. You don't want to be hit by that laser.
Huh? So, what do we do?
Don't get hit.
Get to cover, get to cover,
Take
get to cover.
behind that debris. Now, go! Here it comes.
Yeah.
Gotta memorize the attack pattern.
It's definitely different from the original game, this boss fight, but
here we go. Find an opening. Heads up! Tail laser!
I see it.
Then take
laser
cover
again.
already! Bring it. Now, go!
another special ability here. I like the little pause it gives you to show you that the boss is actually taking damage. Like, you can see the wear that is happening on this guy. Like, he is getting hurt.
An auto repair unit. Damn it. We gotta take it out quick or we're screwed.
Oh, I am way ahead of you, Murph.
Motherfucker.
Gotta time our attack just right. Hold out until you spot it open. It's down. Rain hell on it.
Ain't gotta tell me twice.
Finish it off. We'll go with Braver. Body itself. Bam.
You're mine.
One last final big move there. As you can see on the right hand side there, it gives you your EXP and any other rewards, tells you if you leveled up. Something you'll have to kind of watch while you're playing the game. It's not a huge deal if you don't notice something that pops up there. You can always go into the menus, check your items later. But, you know, if you happen to notice something mid-battle, it might come in handy if you find, like, so you defeat one enemy and pick up a potion, and then you're still fighting and you need that
You hear
potion.
that? Damn thing showed you how it's done.
Come on, we've gotta move.
Run.
Be covering our way out. Go,
Yeah.
go, go!
Got a whole 20 minutes to get the hell out of here. Back to where Wedge, the guy who we left behind at the very beginning on the bridge, we have to get all the way back there in that 20 minutes. And in all honesty, playing the original game, you only get 20 minutes in the original game. It is more than enough time. You can skip these fights here, but again, 20 minutes, it's more than enough time. There is something, when you come up this ladder here, I think it's this one anyway, you are going to want to look off to one side because you actually have to rescue Jessie. Right here. This shit happens. She gets stuck. And you gotta go save her ass. Like, you could leave her to die, but I would call you a fucking monster. Because she's actually good people.
You okay?
Do I look okay? Help a girl out, would you?
And, Kevin the Man?
My hero!
Hey! We'll link up over there! Look after Jesse!
Probably smell like, you know, ass. I wasn't getting that
Come
close
this
to
way.
the ladder, so,
This route should lead us straight to Barry. Probably.
you tell me.
I think I see an exit. Come on.
Bam.
Don't look back. Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Another treasure chest, up the ladder. As you saw, like, going through here, I picked up a lot of items, and I think I used a potion.
We're running out of time.
Shut up and climb. You're not helping.
Sorry, it keeps me focused. I'll freak
Ah,
out if
there
I
it is.
don't talk.
Have it your way.
Yeah, basically we're gonna meet in the middle with him, and to be honest here, this is pretty much the end of the demo. Go through a couple more doors, a couple of small fights
I've
like
got you
this,
covered. Find us a way out of here!
But then...
and yeah,
Don't worry, I'll
that's
be
pretty
fine.
much it.
I've got Soldier Boy with me.
X, Soldier Boy.
They're here!
Take them down!
We don't have time for this shit! The clock's ticking!
Cool it. 5 seconds is all we need.
Let's go. The others are waiting. Gotta get the hell out of here ASAP.
Yeah, and I'm using the run button here, dash through here. You really don't need to. Again, 20 minutes is more than enough time. Even with one of these big guys coming out, you can easily make it out of here. Probably 10 at most, I would say.
Going in. That's that.
Like hell, I'll be lucky if I don't get out of here in 5. Like, it'll mean I'm going real slow. And I still got 2 minutes, and I think not skipping these fights is what's going to put me over the 5-minute mark for getting out of here. Is he still fighting? He is.
Let's go.
So yeah, still a minute and a half. I have like this little area to get through. Like, there's gonna be one little fight right about here. Which decimate the little bastard.
That was easy.
Sure. We ain't going down without a fight.
Obviously. You're done. No.
You don't look so good. Take care of those wounds before you bleed out.
Yeah, so I'm not going to worry about those sentry boxes. I'm not swapping between characters in this little section. I'm just going to get out of here. But anyway. Apparently I have to
deal with that.
About damn time. I could have done that on my own.
Sure you could.
Yeah, so dealing with that unfortunately did add to my time. I don't think I'll hit that 5-minute mark. In answer, my favorite of the Final Fantasy VII characters out of the original, actually the big villain, Sephiroth. Sadly he's not playable, but out of playable characters, I would have to go with Red 13. Unfortunately,
Sir.
in the remake, he is not going to be a playable character. He'll be a guest character. He'll fight alongside you. Unfortunately, for the remake, he actually doesn't come in until almost the end. So the developers, Square Enix, made the decision that you're not going to be able to play him in this installation of the remake. But he'll come in as a guest character, and then he'll be playable in future installments.
Come on, come on, come on, come on!
Save her again.
Can you walk?
If I couldn't, believe me, you'd be the first to know.
I'll take that as a yes.
Reason they paid so much for his help.
Okay, that was pretty cool. All right, come on.
just a few clips here of as you would carry on. This is the demo. Can't wait for the game to come out, again, 10th of April. It's going to be a good time. And, yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this. I was a bit fast and furious, but the demo doesn't take long to get through, sadly. Next week, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled programming. I'll be doing Call of Cthulhu Episode 3. Hope you all join me for that again. And once the video here ends, I will be calling it a night here. I hope you all enjoyed. Feel free to throw me a follow. Again, I try and jump on for a stream once a week. Sometimes life happens and it just doesn't happen, but again, we'll see what we can do. Again, the game comes out April 10th. You can pre-order the remake or the digital deluxe edition from the PlayStation Store, or you can go onto the Square Enix website. You can pre-order either of these editions, or you can also pre-order the First Class edition. However, you will be forking out money for that one. It is not cheap. So, again, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next week for Call of Cthulhu Episode 3. Have a good night, everybody.